Digging into the report for us this morning, and Patrick, the experts are telling you that this is something we should all be paying attention to.
Absolutely. You know, this is something that impacts just about all of us. This report that just dropped shows data breaches are hitting record levels in our country. It reveals hackers were able to unlock personal information from millions of people through more than 3,000 reported data breaches last year. Cybersecurity and identity theft protection experts I talked to say something needs to change.
I think now people have become numb to it and it's become the norm.
Cybersecurity researcher Dr. Eric Huffman was one of the first people in the Pikes Peak region to get his eyes on the report. As he learns about the record number of data breaches, he has major concerns about how the hackers are having so much success.
We call it in the industry and in research is a one-to-many attack. So you breach one organization to get access to many different organizations or to the most amount of people you possibly can, so like utilities being one. And as a consumer, there's not much you can do about that.
The report shows in 2023 there were 3,205 data compromises, a 78% increase from 2022, and a 72% increase from the previous record year of 2021. I spoke with Identity Theft Resource Center CEO Eva Velasquez about why this annual report is so important.
This helps us to understand the scope and the scale of data compromises. That's the fuel that is creating this epidemic of identity crime.
In its research, the ITRC found many data breach notifications sent to consumers in 2023 lacked specific details.
Better regulatory frameworks, more industry collaboration, frankly, and more transparency in these data breach notices is going to be necessary so that we can start bringing that number down and not having a conversation next year about how we have now once again blown the previous record out of the water.
As the hackers continue to poke and prod, looking for access to our information being held by companies we deal with, Dr. Huffman suggests taking this step today to protect ourselves.
I encourage everyone to talk with their families and even their kids about if we happen to be a part of a large data breach, what is our plan of actions?
While there is concern the number of reported data breaches could set another new record this year, experts say we collectively as consumers have the power to make our data less valuable by protecting ourselves through awareness and stopping ID theft and scams.
It's no longer hacking to destroy, it's hacking to steal. And if we can impact the economics of the cybercrime, where there's less money in cybercrime than there is the drug trade, more of those actually brilliant-minded hackers, they'll stop hacking and they'll work for organizations and help us.
And Bree, this data breach report literally just dropped a few minutes ago, and I'm going to work to have it available for folks at KOAA.com. Also, the Identity Theft Resource Center, they do have staff members that can help answer questions for anyone who maybe feels they've been a part of a data breach or even targeted by identity theft. So we'll put that contact information so you can get those questions answered.
And we've seen it in the past. The confusion around these data breaches kind of creates an opening, or we think so, for scammers.
It is. It's not just the breach itself, but because there's breaches out there in such a gray area, we've seen instances where scammers will actually send letters to people saying, hey, you've been the victim of a data breach, just hand over your sensitive information and we'll protect you. But again, remember, this is all phony, so if you get one of those letters in the mail, make sure you verify that it's legit.
Yeah, and we've definitely seen that over and over and recently, so just be on the lookout for that.